What's going on, everybody? Greg Ehrenberg here from OddsShopper, and it is time to break down some of the best bets for Friday's slate of sports. We've got hockey games to talk about. We've got NBA. We've got MLB. Going to be touching on all of that in a second. But as you guys come in, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you like the data that I'm about to be showing you on screen, I have good news for you because we have a 7-day free trial available that you can get access to by clicking on the link below in the description box. And here is said data. We're going to be starting with the NBA games tonight. We've got two of them. There was only one game last night, and overall did go pretty well. There were some bets that I placed. There was a couple of bets that I ended up placing in Chalkboard that ended up hitting. There were some bets we went over on the video that ended up hitting, and hopefully some more success today. And a couple potential closeout games. Warriors at home against the Sacramento Kings, up 3-2 in that series. Lakers at home against the Memphis Grizzlies. They're up 3-2 in that series. Let's see what's projecting well. All right, starting here, Keegan Murray, under 2.5 3-pointers. And yeah, it's a number with Keegan Murray where I understand why it projects well towards the under. Keegan Murray's playing time has been really inconsistent throughout the playoffs. And if we look at some of these games for Keegan Murray, the last handful of games here, last two games, sure, he played 35 and 33 minutes in those games, but the previous games, words difficult sometimes, previous games, 22 minutes, 16 minutes, 16 minutes for Keegan Murray in those first three games. So overall, Keegan Murray has only had 1 out of the 5 games this series. He's hit more than 2 3-pointers. That did come 2 games ago where he knocked down 5, but other games, number one, the minutes have been low in a lot of those spots. 2 3-pointers made last game. The previous game, yeah, he had 5 of them before that. 1 3-pointer, 0 3-pointers, 0 3-pointers. 5 games in the series, he's only hit 3 or more in one of those spots. So Keegan Murray under 2.5 threes, definitely think that makes some sense. Golden State Warriors, first quarter money line. You can see Superbook has it at minus 155. We have it projected to win 63% of the time. And what other lines? DraftKings, the next best available line, minus 165. That's not really a value there. The only line that I'd be willing to bet here is this minus 155 line. But yeah, Golden State Warriors, I do expect them to win the first quarter against the Kings. And this is a line a little bit better on Superbook than is available elsewhere. Austin Reeves, he has been an outstanding performer for the Lakers in the playoffs and somebody who really ended up becoming in a bigger role because of the injuries to LeBron James, Anthony Davis in the regular season. Austin Reeves got thrust into bigger minutes, and he really performed well in those minutes, and it's earned himself a big role in the playoffs. And 3.5 just looks like a low rebound line for him. Last game, 8 rebounds. Game before, 4 rebounds. For that, 6 rebounds. For that, 5 rebounds. 4 games in a row in this series that Austin Reeves has gone for 4 or more rebounds. And I think it makes all the sense in the world that we would project him for the over in this spot. The last 2 games, by the way, 40 and 42 minutes for Austin Reeves. He's playing really big playing time right now. In the regular season, we saw him get, let's see, he ended up starting in the regular season. Yeah, mid-20s games. He averaged 4 rebounds per game as a starter. Now he's playing even bigger minutes in the playoffs. So over 3.5 rebounds for Austin Reeves. I certainly think that makes some sense. Nothing else here that I really want to get too far into. Those top 3 bets, those certainly ones that I like. Let's look at the NHL projections for tonight. Anything sticking out there? We've got Nathan MacKinnon. He's a stud, but you're getting plus money on him to not score a goal today. And a little bit of value here. We have this winning more often than not. And then you also include the plus money. Nathan MacKinnon, under 0.5 goals scored. Makes sense at plus 102. And then something similar here. Alexander Barkov, another bet that we've winning north of 50% of the time. And this one also coming at plus money, plus 106. So 2 bets here. If you were just to bet both of these, MacKinnon and Barkov, 2 bets with winning north of 50% of the time. As long as one of those wins, you would be profitable over on FanDuel with those lines. And any goal scoring props that really stand out? No value really as crazy as some of the other spots that we've seen recently, but you've got Tyler Seguin plus 270 to score a goal on FanDuel. They're winning 29% of the time. No other book has the line wider than plus 220, so a little bit of line shopping value there, but none of these spots today where it's like somebody's plus 600 to score a goal at FanDuel and like plus 250 everywhere else. Nothing like that that's in existence. Any baseball lines that are looking good? Well, let's see. So we have got here Nick Pivetta under 5.5 strikeouts. 4.5 at a couple other books. Yeah, where we get the 5.5, not crazy juice, like -150, -154, -157. I think that makes sense. -175 at DraftKings, probably a little bit much, but Pavetta's not really an elite strikeout pitcher, and the Cleveland Guardians have a lineup this year that is very difficult to strike out, same as last year. Last year, they were toward the bottom of all of baseball in strikeout rate. I expect that to be more of the same this year. 6 strikeouts, I do think that's a line that Nick Pivetta falls short of far more often than he goes over it. So I like under 5.5 strikeouts there for Nick Pivetta. Jack Flaherty, really difficult matchup for him on the road against the Dodgers. And I don't know exactly what happened with Jack Flaherty, but we're not too far removed from a few years ago. He was somebody who was kind of in the Cy Young conversation in baseball, and he's really fallen off in a big way. I know this year his 3.29 ERA is pretty decent looking at first glance, but the underlying numbers suggest a much worse pitcher. 5.2 expected ERA, 5.18 FIP for Flaherty this year. His strikeout rate also has dwindled the last couple of years, 23.2% this year, 19.8% last year. So Jack Flaherty just doesn't appear to be the same pitcher right now that he was in previous years. I would do a deeper dive into it right now with the velocity and see if that's anything that's really standing out to me. But yeah, first glance at the numbers, I like the under 5.5 strikeouts for Flaherty, plus money, and a really tough matchup against the Dodgers. Related to it, James Outman, outstanding prospect for the Dodgers. Him and Corbin Carroll have been going back and forth in the first couple weeks of the season in terms of who is the odds-on betting favorite to an NL Rookie of the Year. Just needing James Outman to get one hit against Jack Flaherty, and he would cash the over 0.5 total bases. So considering the strong starts of the year that he's had in his rookie campaign, I like him as a bet here going up against Flaherty. Something else similar, Jared Kelenic, formerly one of the top hitting prospects in all of baseball, and looked like he was heading towards being a bust. Wasn't really panning out. Now this year, what ends up happening with Jared Kelenic as I pull up some of his numbers here, he's just been a stud. He's the guy now that he was expected to be a couple of years ago, and he is somebody who is really helping carry the Seattle Mariners offense. A 190 WRC plus for Kelenic, and also 7 homers in the first 23 games of the year. He's quickly developing into one of the better hitters in all of baseball. Whether it sustains or not, I'm not exactly sure, but considering how well he's hitting right now, I do like his chances to reach base once. So over 0.5 total bases for Jared Kelenic. Same as Outman, one hit, and this ends up cashing for Kelenic. Let's look at prize picks for today. One of the other things that we have going on here in OddsShopper. So we've got bets for pretty much every single sports book out there, but then also we've got prize picks, no house advantage, these kind of sites. We've got them covered in our parlay builder here, and just going to use our projections and find the best parlay cards that we could build for prize picks. And yes, these are all props for today. It is Brad Miller, over 0.5 total bases. Keegan Murray, under 18.5 PRA. Seth Jarvis, under 2.5 shots on goal. Joey Gallo for a hit. Patrick Wisdom for a hit. Jacob deGrom, over 8.5 strikeouts. Tough matchup against the Yankees, but I do think that Aaron Judge is going to be out of the lineup today. Has dealt with hand and hip injuries in the last couple of games, but altogether, this has a 3% expected win rate in terms of all 6 legs hitting, but you don't need all 6 legs to hit over on prize picks. So 24% expected ROI. That's actually one of the higher marks that I've seen for projected ROI since using this prize picks parlay builder here. So really strongly suggest this one if you guys have the ability to play over on prize picks. And also, if you haven't signed up for OddsShopper and want to take advantage of the free trial, get access to more tools like this parlay builder, use the link below. 7-day free trial. And that is going to do it for me. I hope you guys like some of the bets we talked about today. Hope we all win some money. If you have any additional questions for myself, go check out Chalkboard. It's a free chat app. It's geared towards sports betting. Free to download our channel. Get into it. Free to download the app, free to join our channel. The link will bring you right to that. And from there, additional bets posted in there. We give out also some free trials to our tools, and then also just answer you guys' questions, sweat bets. Good time. So go check that out. Totally free to download and join our channel in Chalkboard. That does it for me today, guys. I hope you have a great weekend. Let's win some money today. See you back here on Monday.